Okay, this is a screen recording for Haskell Katas using Nix for my class in programming languages for the fall of 2019. So I think it's good to have a demonstration of how we're going to use this to learn Haskell in small bites. So the first thing I want you to do is go to the most widely distributed free online guide for learning Haskell, which is Learn Haskell for Great Good. Okay. And it comes right up. Then we're going to go down here and we are going to go to Read It Online. Okay. And I really do think you should read the first parts of it, but we're going to start really at an intro to lists. So read this, all about lists, and then go to Haskell Katas and clone it, clone the Git repository. I'll show you that in Emacs, we're in the shell, and we are in Haskell Katas. You can also use a regular bash shell. Now on the Mac, the prompt doesn't show you where you are, so you have to use the pwd command. So it starts out in my home directory, user7, but I just cd, change directory, documents, reflex, Haskell Katas, and here we are. Again, pwd tells you exactly where you are. All right. Once you do that, and I'm assuming here that you've followed the directions and you have gone through the tutorial for Haskell Nix, all you should have to do is type Nix shell . Okay. This is, I'm doing this in the terminal, but the Emacs terminal, the Emacs shell will work just as well. I'll show you in a second. Once we do that, we can type GHCI, and this gets us into prelude. Now, if I explore the directories with Emacs, right? So I'm going to do Control X, Control F to find a file, but then I'm going to terminate with Control J, and this shows me the directory layout. Now, the test directory is actually where the stuff that we're going to work on is. So we just hit enter with the cursor above test, and you can see all of these exercises. So lists extracting spec is the first one. So if we hit enter again, we get into the file, and you see the module is there. The main just is hspec spec, don't worry about that so much. And then you have 9 tests. Finds the first element in a list. Well, we know that's the head function. So if we, so let's just run this as is and see what happens, okay? So I'm going to bring back the terminal here. Sorry. Right? And I'm going to say load. And then remember, we're in a subdirectory, so it's test/ex01, capital lists, extracting spec. And now the module is loaded. The name of the main file in it, the file that we want to run, is main. So we just type main, and you can see, or you can see mostly, that we have 9 pending tests, none of which are passing, but none of which are failing. Now, what I'm going to do is type head. I'm going to make a simple list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to use the backticks. So this is the one on an American keyboard next to the 1. Should be one. And that should be all I need to do. I'm going to obviously Control X, Control S to save. And let's try it. Let's try to run this again. So reload. So no syntax errors, but we don't know if it's actually passing. And main. So what happened? Finds the first element of a list is green, not yellow-green. And we have 9 examples, 0 failures, and only 8 pending. So this should give you an idea how to get started, and good luck.